From downward dog, shift forward to plank pose. From plank pose, lower all the way down onto your belly. Bring your forehead to your mat. Take your hands back by your sides. Palms face down. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Press the tops of your feet down so much that your kneecaps lift and your thighs engage. Then on your inhale, lift everything up off the mat that you can. Legs, arms, head, and chest. Spread your fingers wide. Imagine your arms are like airplane wings. Notice if you're looking forward, draw your chin down towards your chest. Look towards the floor so the back of your neck is long. Squeeze your shoulder blades. Lift your hands a little higher than your shoulders if you can. Take another deep breath in. Lift as high as you can. Exhale, lower, and turn one cheek to the mat and rest. Palms can flip up towards the sky to let your shoulders relax. Bring your forehead back to center, please. Same setup. Turn your palms face down. Anchor through the tops of your feet. Engage your legs. Loop the shoulders back. Squeeze your shoulder blades. This time, take your hands to your low back. If this is not available for you, take the same back bend that we just took. And then on your next inhale, lift everything up off the mat. Still with your hands, think of lifting them higher than your shoulders and squeezing your palms together. If you have to take a micro bend into your elbows, that's fine too. Your choice to keep your feet apart or squeeze them together. Take another inhale, lift as high as you can. And exhale, soften. Turn your opposite cheek to the mat and rest. Bring your forehead back to center. Press to downward facing dog. Nice and slow. You'll feel a little extra stretch in your low back here. Look to the top of your mat. And walk or step to a cross-legged seat. And then roll all the way down onto your back and come on down. When you come down onto your spine, bend your knees, place the soles of your feet onto your mat. And just take a moment to let the ground support your spine and support your posture. Your hands can rest wherever feels comfortable. And on your next inhale, draw your right knee into your chest. This is one of my favorite closing sequences. Extend your left leg down your mat and just take a peek. Make sure your left hip, knee, and ankle are in a straight line and that your left toes are flexed up towards the sky. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, draw your right knee in a little closer. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, press your left thigh bone down with a little bit more effort and energy. One more breath. Bend your left knee. Place the sole of your left foot onto your mat. Release your hands and cross your right ankle to your left thigh. And open up your right knee from your right hip. And you're in a figure four shape. Some of you might feel enough of a hip stretch here. If you'd like to feel something a little deeper, while keeping your tailbone down on the ground, draw your knees in towards you and reach for your left hamstring or shin bone. It's important here that your spine is still tall and you're not rolling your shoulder blades off the mat or rolling your tailbone up too high. Think of plugging your tailbone down and shoulder blades down. And maybe a little lean to your left will send the stretch a little further down your right hip. Just a couple more breaths here. listen carefully. Release your hands. Place your left foot back onto your mat. Cross your right thigh over top of your left, so you have thigh over thigh, knee over knee. Pressing into your left foot, move your hips a little bit over to the right, and let your knees come down to the left. Hips to the right, knees to the left. Open up your arms wide into a T shape or cactus arms, depending on how much space you have. Keep your eyes up towards the ceiling or over the opposite direction of your knees. If this twist is a little bit too intense for you, you can uncross your legs and stack your knees on top of one another. If you find some tension in your hip joints here, you can place a pillow or a blanket or a block if you have between your inner thighs, between your knees, and that can help alleviate some tension. Close your eyes and take another 5 breaths here, please. And you finish your 5th exhale. Gently return back to center. Take a moment to set yourself back into the middle of your mat. You might choose to just find stillness. You might choose to take a little bit of movement by windshield wipering your knees side to side. Or maybe squeezing your knees into your chest feels really good. If you're doing that, you can rock a little bit side to side, massaging your low spine. When you're ready, interlace your fingers over your left shin bone, extend your right leg down. Again, take a quick peek at your alignment. Make sure your right leg is in the straight line. Flex your right foot up towards the sky. And deep breath in through your nose. And exhale, draw your left knee in a little closer. Deep belly breath in. And exhale, activate your right thigh, your extended leg. One more, breathe in. Beautiful. Bend your right knee, place the sole of your right foot onto your mat. Cross your left ankle to your right thigh, and we'll find thread the needle on the right side, or rather the left side. Right, your left hip is getting the stretch here. Again, maintain a tall spine, maybe a slight lean to your right to help deepen your twist, or your hip stretch rather. Twist is coming next. And then release your hands, place your right foot down, cross your left thigh over your right. Send your hips over to the left side of your mat and let your knees come down to the right. And again, option to uncross the knees and just stack your knees on top of one another. And find a twist that suits your body today. And as we're working towards the Shavasana, remember these sequences are here to give you some inspiration to move freely in your body, to give you the freedom to step on your mat and practice yoga intuitively based on what your body needs. We're here to awaken the teacher within you. I'm just here as your guide for now, for today. But my hope is that you can use this sequence along with the other videos to develop that intuitive practice so that each and every moment that you get on your mat, you know where to go, you know what your body needs. Take your final few breaths here. And slowly return back to center. Set yourself back into the middle of your mat and then take any final movement that you need before Shavasana. So sometimes it's just rolling side to side on your low back with your knees to your chest. Sometimes it's a happy baby pose. Okay? And sometimes you're just ready to come straight into your final rest. When you're ready, send your feet to the widest corners of your mat and turn your palms face up beside you. Lift your chest slightly and roll your shoulder blades underneath you one at a time. And draw your chin in towards your chest so that the back of your neck is long. If you have props at home, you can wrap yourself in a blanket. You can even fold up a pillow, a blanket, or use a pillow underneath the back of your head. If it's bright where you are, something to cover your eyes gently, like an eye pillow or a face towel can be helpful. This is your practice. You can take as long of a Savasana as you like. My recommendation is minimum 5 minutes. And there's nothing to do in Savasana, just to simply observe and be. And let your practice absorb, let your body digest the nutrients, the practice, and absorb the nutrients of all of your hard work, all that you've accomplished today. There's nothing left to do. There's nowhere left to go. Be here now.